Oke teman-teman, kita kembali lagi bersama saya di channel Rinando Panjaitan di live streaming game in PC. Terima kasih buat teman-teman yang sudah menonton dan terima kasih yang sudah terus menunggu untuk di live streamingku. Maafkan jika sudah tidak sering, tapi akan mengusahakan untuk lebih sering lagi bermainnya. Sekarang aku akan melanjutkan live streaming kita di Street Fighter 6. Ya, buat teman-teman selamat menikmati. Arigatou gozaimasu. Ganbare mi satsu. Kita tunggu sebentar. Oke Bang Kamaludin, thank you Bang yang sudah support terus, sudah menonton terus, sudah stay tune. Arigatou gozaimasu. Kita akan rank match menggunakan Sagat. Oke, siapa akan menjadi lawan kita pertama kalinya? Kita nikmati dan selamat menonton. Yo. Nah. Waduh, langsung aku main.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Cross up block. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. All right. Maintains composure and pushes out at the corner. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The grab misses. Well-timed corner switch. Solid combo. Sticks the combo. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could springs forward with the drive rush. That drive impact is blocked. Takes a trip. It's got the KO. Player 1
Terlalu
picks up
kencang
the
kita,
first
terlalu
round.
kencang.
That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Crunchy Tiger! Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Brushes that off and keeps going. Still scrapping for control of the space. Fires off a Tiger Kick. A drive impact could end it all here. Creates an opening with the low heavy. Tiger springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. A real test of nerves here. Drive rush. Rattle it home with the punish counter on reaction. They gotta dig down deep. Catches the cage right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. They knew that throw was coming. Very solid corner switch. Holds out with the block. Does a good job of pushing back. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Takes a trip. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford KO.
Iya. Sangkut di tengah.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checks with the low tiger shot. Jumps. Throws him. What's next? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Connects with medium kick. Charges forward. Still brushes that off and keeps going. A drive impact could end it all here. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Drive rush to keep it going. Breaks it. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Can this? The kick hits.
Kalah kita coy.
Well, listen. When you're locked in,
Kita training kan dulu siapa ini lagi ya. Sisa Gato. Saga bersama Marisa. Amoni kami komendo.
Now, find a new rival.
Kemi.
it's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Kaget.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Deal some damage with that quick combo. What are they thinking here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. All right, what's coming up next? What's their game plan here? This KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Fires off an overdrive. Gets the counter hit throw.
Langsung ditangkap nih gua.
Punch tight. This is gonna be bad news. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Jumps in. Genius read. Going on the offensive. Tiger knee to the sternum. Gets the jump in. Which way you gonna block? Going in? Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Brushes that off and keeps going. It's time for both fighters. Connects with the throw. Medium kick hits. Meets them air to air. Ooh, you never know what can happen. Springs forward with the drive rush. Rattle and hums with a tiger knee. This is gonna hurt. Throws him. Both sides getting ready. Gets him with a Euro. Getting up close and personal. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Face, knee. Nothing stops this train.
Tiger Cloud.
Unreal! Tiger turning it right up with a super. And the Tiger Vanquisher connects. He's out and ready to rip into his prey. Play closes in. Here comes the corner. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Execution. Are you kidding me? Player 2 was definitely sweaty.
Hah? Keluar dia? takut.
Here comes a new challenger.
Sagat versus Sagat. Who is win? Who is
We're
always
about to see a
Sagat?
mirror match go down, where
Wah,
they can
udah
match
mau
each other
apa dia?
move for move.
Dan-
This is the hardest kind of match.
Dan
Who will come out
deg-degan.
on top? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Good parry there, and player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Gets a chance at that jump. The move whips, and they get nailed with a punish counter. Player 2
Hebatnya itu,
is
Le.
going to have a hard time managing their drive now. I'd like to see them use this drive disparity to shift the tide of the fight to their side. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. All right, what's coming up next? Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Connects with medium kick. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Throws them to start the corner pressure. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Throws them. What's next? Player 1 hits them with a stop and pop. Player 1 will have to deal with this game. It's a good spot to use the super. Sagat's got his prey in his sights. He's about to tear the flesh right off the bone with this Tiger Vanquisher. Drive rush. Player 2 will look to connect with the throw. A quick breather. Player 1 will need to use their meter here wisely. Sneaks in the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. The last round. It's now or never. Player 1 was gasping for drive gauge that round. What can they do? If all the throw connects. What now? Did we see a drive impact here? Wow, Saturn waited for this opening. There's a drive impact. This is the time to release Buck Tiger. That's how you close it out. What a beast! Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Medium kick. Gets the jump in. Got a ton of damage off that opening. Can they do it again? Player 1 chases them down. Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Throws them to negate the block. Life lead opens up. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 needs to use the cut of the court. Delivers the pain. The low heavy connected. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Crunchy Tiger. Grabs him. Drive rush to keep it going. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Checks with the low tiger shot. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Springs forward with the drive rush. Jumps. Hits them with a stop and pop. Can they create an opportunity for themselves? Ends the meter.
Kalah aku
Hoping for a
darimu.
good return.
Walaupun kau di atasku, akan KO.
No prisoners. Player 2 gained a hard-fought victory there.
Bang ya.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. So, down to the wire. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Player 1
Banyak itu.
with the life lead. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Can't tech the throw. Solid throw tech. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Bops him with a target combo. Charges forward. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Tiger knee to the sternum. Knock springs forward with the drive rush. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Brushes that off and keeps going. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Too impressed with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Now add a bit of OD spice there. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Player 2, the stop flatlines them.
Bercepat ya kan.
Last round, people. Both
Ajar, ajar,
gotta
ajar.
go all in from this point. Headhunter, nothing stops this train. But baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Goes for max damage output with company. Low tiger. Player 1 all in with a rush. Okay.
Kena.
Did we see a drive get back here? Oh, here we call the throw connects. Switch sides. Here comes the corner. Connects with the throw. A jump. Watch that off.
Hah?
Drive it back misses. With more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. He had it all planned out. Player 1 survives that.
Kalah kita coy.
Now, find a new rival.
Si Kyle pura lagi ya kan. Cegel gundul pacul.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Taking stock. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Gets the tech, but how will they get out of this corner? With the in a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Knockdown. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position. They were right to be on guard there. And Famita, hoping for a good return. Going in? Player 1 might have just burned out. Expect the tempo of the match to come from the brink like that?
Hancur kita.
What a comeback. Player 1 with a good start to the fight. But can they keep it up? Rushes that off and keeps going. Nice tiger nose! And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 will look... Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Both fight springs forward with the drive rush. Somersault kick. Drive rush to keep it going. What'll happen here? Betting it all on the drive rush. Forward rush. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Drive rush. Impact counter. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Goes for the surprise rush in. Checks with the projectile. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. The impact gets blocked. Player 2 is maintaining the course. Oh! The move whips and they get nailed with a punish counter. Knockdown. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 2 chases them down. Somersault kick. A quick breather. Will this super art connect?
The Savage Tiger Raid connects!
They may need to spend some meter here in order to close out this round. They're both out of drive gauge. Will they press on or wait it out? Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. The low heavy connected? Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Good somersault kick. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it?
Mixing it up with low tiger shot.
Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Player 2 will need to springs forward with the drive rush. What'll happen here? Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge.
Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change.
Drive rush to keep it going. Will we see a drive impact? Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
No expect the cash to let loose a tiger cannon.
What now?
Checks with the low tiger shot.
Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Drops him hard. Connects with the throw. Player 2 can't use any drive boost. What a finish!
That was catch
Wah,
and catch.
kalah kita coy. Kalah telus-telusan kita.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. All right, first round. What's going to happen? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Decides to buff up while they can. Their drink level's up to 4. All options are on the table. Takes the chance to hurt him. Box him with a target combo. Sticks the combo. Will we see a drive impact? Tiger Knee digs in deep to get that drive impact. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? High step kick. That drive impact doesn't get through. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Both fighters planning something? Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Both fighters have a full super meter, springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A drive impact crowns him from above. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink. The Savage Tiger Raid connects. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game.
Don't need to play.
Jump! This could lead to some big damage. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start with dashes out the cage right there.
This is our destiny.
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Let's go.
Closes it out.
Jamie,
Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Big low reaching heavy. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Not letting that go. Taking stock. Player 1 chases them down. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Going in.
Checks with the low tiger shot.
Snipes them out the air. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. The grab misses. Going on the offensive. Gets the knockdown and now gets the counter hit throw. Both fighters planning, delivers the pain right to their doorstep.
Mixing it up with low tiger shot.
Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. The impact doesn't do anything. What'll happen here?
A drive impact could end it all here.
Barely blocks the jump in. Their will to win is really being a gutsy fireball gives them the round. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Opts for the throw. Player 1 has the life lead. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. Player 1 chases them down. Just out of range for that throw. Can't tech the throw. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. And heats it up with a combo into super. Well aware of the life in meters. Really good decision making.
Nice.
Player 2
Nice
takes the
command.
round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Which way you gonna block? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 spent a chunk of their SA meter and enters the round with a deficit. They've gotta be extra careful. Swagger step. Going in. Player 1, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Will we see a drive in? Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Flawless round. They got him so quick. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Sneaks in above. Nice tiger nose. This is a bad situation. The low. Weiss tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc.
Savage tiger raid hit. Things are about to heat up.
Okay, here we go.
Betting it all on the drive rush.
Player 1
Have nothing stop this train. Punish counter sets the table.
Player 1
Can't super arc to solve that.
combo finishes it. Player 2
Gets the win.
Akhirnya, yuk kita naik lagi yuk.
Here comes a new challenger.
Siapa dia namanya ini?
HP Max.
Elena.
Side quest done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Charges in with authority. Checks with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Big counter. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Whiffs the throw. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fresh going on the offensive? Player 1 got smothered that round. They'll need to shake it off and show some more adaptation. Scrapping it out up close. Both fighters planning delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2 brushes that off and keeps going. Nice counter. Knockdown and... will we see a drive impact? Still slugging it out at this range. Rattle and hug with the Tiger corrects them. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They got it bad. Combo finishes it. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? That drive impact is blocked. Overdrive. Blocks the jump in. No good up high. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Pressuring them in the corner. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Taking stock. Blocks the low heavy. Okay, creating some space here. Life lead opens up. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. They hit each other. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whip runs. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 did a great job of leading their opponent up close to that last round. Can they keep the momentum? One springs forward with a drive rush.
Check with the low Tiger shot.
Backs them into the corner and a hurt brushes that off and keeps going. A drive impact could end it all here. Both fighters planning something? This is a turning point.
They can't squander this punish counter chance.
Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Saw that coming.
Unreal Tiger!
It's a good spot to use the super. Up suspend the meter on the super. And it is forward throw, laying the pressure on things. Wow, reads the counterattack. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space. Oh, yo, raw super here. What a finish. Player 2
Gets the win in a convincing...
Yuk, bisa yuk, bisa yuk. Coba.
Now, find a new rival.
DJ Soda.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Oke, asli DJ dulu skinnya. Oh iya betul.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Whoa, hold on. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Had the radar up and running. Absorbs the attack and fires back. No more drive gauge. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. The quarter K.
Hah? Oh, kena
Player
saya.
2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Jadi gini.
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use overdrive jackknife? Still springs forward with the drive rush.
Weaver cuman kau yang kena dulu.
Player 1 has a slight life lead. Blocks the impact.
Mixing it up with low Tiger shot.
The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. This is a tough situation to be in with rushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Ooh, you never know what can happen. This is gonna hurt. Unreal Tiger Nova! Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Wait, what? Are they actually
Bawah
dead?
ke atas. KO
That was
rupanya.
enough to kill? Yo,
Sorry,
that
DJ.
was godlike. This is the
But
final
now,
round. Expect to see some
this
fireworks.
final round.
Reads the jump in perfectly. Final round. Who will hit them with a stop and bomb? We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Betting in all on the drive rush. What now? Forward rush. Player 2 has the super connects with the throw. Oh, drive rush. Fights back with authority. What are they gonna do? Face fleet pumps the brakes on the impact. Goes to the air. All the throw connects. Medium kick rushes in. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. That throw's gonna take off a chunk again. Excellent read. It is over.
Aduh.
Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle.
Oh.
Talk about a show. That match had it all. Solid anti-air. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Still very early in the round. Shoots off a fireball up close. Hold your breath. Gets a good read on their opponent. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Taking stock. A drive impact could end it all here. Both fighters planning something? KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Crunchy tiger knee. Denies the low heavy. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Big throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Full up ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Will we see a drive impact? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. A quick breather. Player 2 is not a drive rush to keep it going. There's a change of sides. Player 1 will look to apply pressure with flawless running. They got him so quick. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Hits them with a stop and bomb. Nice tiger note. Excellent damage on that. Oh, what's this? Oh, the drive impact is for a punish. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super arm. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. With betting in all on the drive rush. Finds the target. Their drive gauges aren't full. This means less resources to use when an opportunity strikes. Player 1 is in a very good spot. There's a burnout. The corner is starting to look scary. Noticeable life lead is a comeback. Ooh, put a little extra on that. Player 2 can't use it. No hesitation or regret. Hits him with the NSM. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it.
One step behind.
Sama kita DJ.
Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Hits the drive. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Crunchy tiger. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Forward throw to continue the pressure. Throws them to negate the block. Escapes the throw, but still in the corner. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? This is a gigantic life lead. Hap capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Solid throw tech. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. They were expecting that drive impact. Drive rush to keep it going. Knockdown and a super art. Still scrap. The super doesn't hit. Springs forward with the drive rush. Going in. Player one will look to apply pressure here. We have a super art on deck. Expect it not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. They've got the beat. Knew the throw was coming. KO! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build.
Oke. Kita menang 2-1 dari DJ.
Now, find a new rival.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Parries the attack and gets a good read on their opponent. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Trips them up. Absorbs. Oh! There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Strings it all together. Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Throws it. What's next? Tiger knee to the sternum. What's their drive rush to keep it going? Player two has a experiencing burnout. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Level 3 super, spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player hits him with a stop and bout. Looking for a chance, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Ooh, what a smart throw. What'll happen here? Life tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Baits out the attack and gets the what a finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jumping and whiffs. They're wide open. Check.
Okay, wow.
Tiger shot. Springs forward with the drive rush. Connects with the throw. Going in. Player two can't let this simmer. They've got to start cooking. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Oh, the throw connects. Scrambling here to avoid that corner. What now? Nothing stops this train. Player one turning it right up with a super. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Make smart use of the game. Oh, yo, Rock! Wildlife. I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Grabs and throws him away. Player one has the life advantage. Grabs him. Well-timed corner switch. Backs them into the corner. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. All right, what's coming up next? Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive. He takes a big get KO. Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player one creates a good corner opportunity. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Side switch in the corner. Gets the combo. Hits him with a stop and bop. Nice tiger though. Flawless round. They got him so quick. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Crunchy tiger knee. Final round. Ooh, with a low heavy. hits with a medium kick. Impact squash. Player 1, if nothing stops this train. Did we see a drive impact here? Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Didn't hesitate going to the kill with that super. Perfectly executed.
That was catch as catch can.
Kalah kita ternyata, gengs.
To fight,
Terry Bogard. Terry Bogard yang akan menjadi lawan kita.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it.
Janganlah
So let's start the match and see what these
kalah.
warriors are capable of. All right, first round. What's going to happen? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. All right. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. Grabs them. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Where's their opening? Can't tech the throw. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. A drive impact finishes with the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Medium kick hits. The next brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them?
Kenapa coy?
Big throw. Scrapping it out up close. Were they baiting them into that? Nice tiger nose. Ends the meter.
Langsung ya.
Hoping for a good return.
We're about to see why this move is called Tiger Rematch. And the mighty must fall, and that time has come for his opponent. They've got the meter for a drive-in.
This is gonna hurt. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
All you intend to lie.
Final round. Fight.
Good decision with that throw.
Nothing stops this train.
Clutch parry. All the throw connects. Grabs and throws him away. Risky play, but it pays off. Player 2 is on the throw zone. Getting up close, burns out. Player 2 connects with the throw. Things are looking very bleak, but can Super Art control the flatline zone?
Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good.
It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that run back. Smart play with the throw.
You messed up.
Throws him to negate the block. Bops him with a target combo. Neither of them willing to back off here. All right, what's coming up next? The super armor does its job. Carries the projectile. Takes a trip. KO. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the rush down to start. They're on a mission.
Checks with the low tiger shot.
Throws out a projectile.
Mixing it up with low tiger shot.
Hits them with a stop and bop. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Grabs and throws them away. Full SA meters on deck, ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Smart play connects with the throw.
Bad idea.
Player 2 will need to use their meter here. What the kick hits? Player 1 brings it home.
Now, find a new
Kumi.
rival.
What are we going to see transpire between these
Kumi
fighters?
time.
No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Surprises them with a drive rush. Backs them into the corner. Throws them. What's next? All right, what's coming up next? Burnout is triggered. Ghost, nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Flushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. What'll happen here? There's the wall splat.
They can't do anything now. Savage Tiger Raid hit.
Crunchy Tiger. KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Dia lagi baca bagaimana nih?
They choose to
Yeah,
run
kan?
it back. Let's
Kayak
get
gini
right
juga.
to it. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Deftly shuts out the jumping. Goes for the throw. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. All right, they throw them into the corner. They're looking to keep the pressure on and do some damage. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match. A throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. But lands a punish counter for the first hit. Very slick with the combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? A quick breather.
A drive impact could end it all here.
They were expecting that drive impact. Looking for a chance. One chance here may end in there. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Will we see our fighters feel each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. What's the play here? Lots of aggression from both sides. Low heavy. Down to the wire.
This is gonna be bad news.
Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1
Takes the round like a thief in the night.
What else can they get away with?
Mixing it up with low tiger shot.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
From low heavy to
Parry to answer the impact. So on point. Gotta be careful going on the offensive. Medium kick hits. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Will we see a drive impact? Connects with the throw. Knockout and player 1. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Now, find a new rival.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Lots of aggression from both sides. Throws him. What's next? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Drive lead opens up. KO. Player 1 on the boards first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
Nice tiger note!
Quick drive rush to keep it going. Good job blocking the jumping.
Good show hits him with a stop and pop. Bust out the parry.
Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? Uses the target combo as a filler. Grabs and throws him away. A quick springs forward with the drive rush. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal.
A drive impact could end it all here.
This is a critical moment. There's a burnout. Player 2 needs...
Oh, putting the cherry on top. That was the highest if I've ever seen. That was catch as catch can, and you're gonna get in a...
Now, find a new rival.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets a good beat on their opponent. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Starts with a jumping. Taking stock. Surprises them with a drive rush. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Get some. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The super up lands a punish counter for the first hit.
Nice tiger note!
Player 1 chases them down. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Will we see a drive impact? A quick breather. Barely blocks the jump in. Grabs and throws him away. Knockdown and charges forward. Player 1 will look. Oh, what's this? This is gonna be bad news. Swagger step. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Delivers KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Blocks the jump in. Trips them up. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. The jump in is denied. Taking stock. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Throws them. What's next? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive attack. Very bad choice there. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now.
They've got the meter for a drive impact.
Takes a trip. Grabs him. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. I think they decided to create some distance here in order to slow down the pace a bit. They return to center stick. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Perfect parry. How will they follow up?
Can't tech the throw. Gets a normal hit from the springs forward with the drive rush. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. What'll happen here? Scrapping it out up close. Hits them with a stop and bout. Player 2 will keep going on the offensive. Crunchy Tiger burnout.
Expect the tempo of the match to change.
Low heavy, but no go.
They've got the meter for a drive impact.
Player opts for the critical large. Still alive, still alive. It doesn't kill. They're still in this. Chips them for the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Start spin,
Nothing stops this train.
nice tiger note. Took him to the corner and the low kick hit. Holy! There's a drive impact.
That corner is starting to look scary. Unloads a massive tiger kick. Both sides getting ready.
Burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. This is drive rush. Here comes knockdown. Here comes the mix-up.
We see a drive impact here.
Flatline zone.
That was catch as can as you're gonna get in a fight.
Now, find a new rival.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Gets the counter in. Goes for the drive rush there. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Sticks the combo. Grabs him. Jumps in. Big throws. Both like drive rush to keep it going. Springs forward with the drive rush. Looking for a chance. Breaks the block with a throw. They were right to be on guard there. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Solar plexus strike. Will we see a burnout?
Expect the tempo of the match to change. Oh, he comes off the tank and scores the win.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Gets a risky buff in. Anti-air drop, springs forward with the drive rush. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chant. Gotta do better than that. Crunchy tiger knee. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they trust that off? Great job in escaping that short.
Turning it right up with a super. The Tiger's caught its prey and is about to sink its fangs in. Get ready because this is gonna be vicious.
What knockdown? Here comes the mix-up.
The betting ain't all on the drive rush.
Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Hits the drive. It is over.
Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Overdrive a Shogun for more damage. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Recovers from burnout. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Strings it all together. Decides to meet them in the air. Dashes! Hits them in their gut. Knockdown and... scrapping it out, up, drive, rush to keep it going. Both fighters planning something? Crunchy tiger knee! Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Will we see it?
Adds a bit of OD spice there, mixing it up with low tiger shot.
Charges forward.
Crowns him from above. Both top. Yo! Critical art now? What a finish!
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see.
Here comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Trips them up. Starts with a jump in. Reads them. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Throws them to negate the block. Drive rush. Gets in their face. All right, what's coming up next? Will we see a drive impact? KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. A little too greedy there. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Sticks the jump in.
It's a good spot to use the super. Spits the cast, let loose a tiger cannon. They've got the meter for a drive impact.
Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. A quick breather.
Saw that coming, looking to plant him with a pile driver.
Hanging on for dear life. Target locked and scoop. Are we gonna see a comeback here? The drive impact doesn't work.
This is a critical moment. Low tiger. Could we see a drive impact here? That's gonna leave him rattled.
But amazing, never say die attitude got them the win.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Adds a bit of OD spice there, mixing it up with low tiger shots.
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Solid anti-air. Gotta do better than that. Amazing. Reads the jump in perfectly.
Pack your bags. We're going to Siberia. Both sides getting ready. Oh, yo, raw super here.
Player 1, this is gonna hurt. Forward throw, laying the pressure on Finn. Player tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack.
Reach out and hug him.
Are we
Clutch anti-air. They are done.
Player 2 made all the right moves. And this is...
comes a new challenger.
We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Gets a good read on their opponent. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Checks with the projectile. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Player one in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Takes a trip. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one and a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. They need to rely on their instincts here.
A drive impact could end it all here.
Check. That was a well-placed projectile. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're... Punish counter. This could lead to something big.
It's a good spot to use the super.
The level 3 super, looking to make them feel it.
Can they keep on him?
With the impact. Oh, burnout triggered. Charges forward. Both fighters planning something?
Fires a tiger shot.
Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Overhead, but it won't work. Going in, sets up with the jump in. Player two needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers.
Hits the drive.
Big drive gauge difference burns out. What now? Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? In attack range. This is gonna hurt. Impact squash. Here comes, what a finish. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Uses their drive gauge. Who will come out and knock them out of the air? Shoots the plasma. Player one took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player one with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense?
Nothing stops this train.
Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Finds the target.
Super art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you.
Player two can't win this without pulling the trigger. Raw super art incoming.
Savage Tiger Red hits. Things are about to heat up.
What now? Oh, drives him back, misses. Player two is in a very good spot now.
Low heavy with authority.
Player one survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Wrecks them.
Nice Tiger Note.
Strings it all together. Very solid corner sweep. Gets a chance with that jump in. Trips him up. Player two has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player one in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? All right, what's coming up next? Grabs him. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. KO. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Crunchy Tiger heats it up with a combo into super. Burnout activates. Player two has the life lead. Can they use it?
High Tiger shot to try something.
Player one is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Blocks the low heavy, and Tiger knee to the sternum. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Not much life difference. Hits them with a stop and pop. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Player two, it crowns them from above.
Both sides getting ready. Betting in call on the drive
is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Big, low, reaching heavy. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the null. Going on the offensive? Shows the medium kick. Hits him with a stop and block. Nice tiger knock. Knockdown. Their spacing is so on point right now. But burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 uses the gauge for a super art.
We're about to see why this move is called Tiger Vanquisher. Even the mighty must fall, and that time has come for his opponent. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal?
Flatlines on. Player 2 comes away with the win.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. All right. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. No good up high. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Strings it all together. Gets him. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Punchy tight digs in deep to get that drive impact. Takes the chance to hurt him. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Time to reassess the situation?
Tiger knee to the sternum. Hits him with a stop and block. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage.
Full S uses the gauge for a super art.
We're about to see why this move is called Tiger Vanquisher. Even the mighty must fall, and that time has come for his opponent.
Player 1 needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. A drive KO! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Saw that low heavy coming. Backs them into the corner. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Takes a trip. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Limited resources at hand right now. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Overhead. Can't tech the throw. All right, what's coming up next? KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Brushes off the impact. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Side switch in the corner. Blocks it. Punchy tiger knee. Whiffs the impact. Nice tiger knee. What'll happen here? Uses the target combo as a filler. Gotta do better than that. Going on the offensive? Player one will look to apply pressure. Pumps the brakes on the impact. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. In attack range. KO. Player two brings it home.
Now, find a new rival.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Lots of aggression from both sides. Grabs them. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Strings it all together. All right, what's coming up next? The attack is parried. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Both fighters with a super art connect. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Blocks the low heavy. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Going on the offensive? Tiger knee to the sternum. Player two has the meter lead. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. A quick breather. Will we see a drive impact? Taking them for a ride on the Siberian Express. What'll happen here? Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. You've gotta be mindful of crowns them from above. Burnout activates. Player one needs to hold on. Cashes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Closes it out.
One step behind.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Zoning with a low tiger shot. Checks with the low tiger shot. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner. Forward rush. Ooh, what a smart throw. What's next? Just goes for it at this range. Excellent read. Next the counter. Did we see a drive impact here? Impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. On with Tiger Cannon. Good presence of mind to pull the piston lead to some big. What a finish. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Ooh, hits him with a stop and block. Russian suplex, and that's going to be a chunk of damage there. Player one with the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Opts for the throw. No good up high. Reads them. They block the overhead and had the radar up and running. Not shy with the grab. The big play does it. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player one chases them down. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Springs forward with the drive rush. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Knockdown and headbutt. Player 2 brushes that off and keeps going. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How this is a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Will we see a drive impact? Oh, here we go. Punish counter on reaction. Player closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Target combo into. Uses their drive gauge.
Zoning with a low tiger shot.
Jump knocked them out of the air. Player 2 with a slice. Draw super hard incoming. Pulls them in, looking to drill them. What now? And it is on.
Face me.
Gotta do better than that. Player 2 is in a very good spot. This is a complete shutdown. All the throw connects. Okay, here we go. Player 1 has a full truck flatlines in. Player 2
Gets the win.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. The low heavy hits. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. The jump in is denied. And that attack ends it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Lands a punish counter for the first hit.
Nice tiger note.
Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Still scrapping for control of the space. Big throws. What'll happen here? Punch! Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Clint digs in deep to get that drive in. They got the meter for a drive. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Are we gonna see a comeback? Yes! Drive impact for the win. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 chases them down. Neither of them willing to back off here. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. All right, what perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Tiger knee to the sternum. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Oh, burnout triggered. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. This may be it. A quick breather. The low kick hit. Still scrapping for control of the spin. Sets up with the jump in. What now? This could lead to some big damage. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
versus Fighting Ground.
Oke teman-teman, terima kasih yang sudah menonton, terima kasih yang sudah support. Kita sudahi live streaming kita di hari ini. Kita naik di King Asta 18.400 menjadi King Asta Platinum bintang 5 18.818 menuju Diamond 19.000. See you next day. Terima kasih yang sudah support, terima kasih yang sudah dukung. Tetap stay tune di Rinando Panjaitan. Arigatou gozaimasu. Ganbare. See you next day. Mi Satsu.